Hello and welcome to another session of Masks, A New Generation. This is our year one campaign framework in which we're playing teen first year versions of various established property characters. And we've built some things into our setting so far, other characters from existing comic books as background characters, as add-on characters, as adversaries. So we're going to continue on. They had a big fight last time, and things went well. I'll just with questionably well. My name is Lowell, pronouns he, him, and I am a Gauntlet Gaming Community Manager, and this is part of the Gauntlet Gaming Calendar, which is an online gaming club / community that you can find out more about that at gauntlet-rpg.com. We have an open gaming weekend of sort of a free mini-con happening the third weekend, I think, of October. You can check and find out more about that. It's GCOG. Its stuff is on our website about that. It's free. And we usually have a couple of dozen games, one-shots and stuff, and people can check out things. So last time, our characters followed up from the situation with Reed Richards and the sort of Fantastic Four who were in terrible shape. Daredevil arrived and was able to find the sort of missing third person in the warehouse, and S.H.I.E.L.D. was called to rescue those people. And then the group decided to go and intercept Reed before he could attack the Variant Embassy and Dr. Doom in particular and cause an international incident. They did so successfully. Richards showed up armed with the Darkhold and summoned a variety of creatures. Daredevil went toe-to-toe with Dr. Doom and even managed to sort of capture on video Doom attacking him rather than falling back or playing the martyr as he wanted to. So that was a positive. And they were able to get the book away, Catwoman, and able to take down Richard's She-Hulk. Then the group split because Catwoman became slightly touched and corrupted by this Darkhold, this book of great magic with the powerful dark purple gem embedded on the backside of the book. In the meantime, She-Hulk and Daredevil went and took Richards. Eventually, She-Hulk left when she received communication from Catwoman, but Daredevil didn't want to simply leave Richards there alone, given what had happened, and refused to go. Not so much refused. It's more that She-Hulk took off before that argument could really, or even discussion could really ensue, though there was a provoked move made there. On that side, Daredevil was able to contact S.H.I.E.L.D. And get Richards into custody and get some assurances on that point. So Richards has been taken somewhere supposedly safe. On the other hand, Catwoman, recognizing the situation had gotten out of control, went to her magic acquaintance. I don't want to say friend, but acquaintance, Zatanna, and Zatanna essentially revealed that to do this, you're going to need a number of friends who will help you out with this. She-Hulk arrived. There was some discussion there about the level of friendship, and there was some revelation of secret identities. And that's where we left off last time, except for our little teaser bit at the end of the session showing a bearded Hulk somewhere in the city. Does anyone have any start of session moves? I always have to check in. Some mask books do, some don't. Nope. Okay. So then what I want to do is we're going to take up like a little bit after that.
There's when time passes moves.
Oh, yeah.
That's
So
yeah.
this is if anyone has any of those.
I think
Okay,
Janice probably has it, right? Obligations, right?
There's something about that. Let's see.
let's
I
take a
don't
look.
remember.
I know Janice and Legacy have them.
The Harbinger has one. I
Yeah.
know.
I don't see one listed in the character keeper, but maybe it's
Yeah, it's under secret identity in the playbooks. Because I play, I love Janice's.
Yeah, I know you.
Yeah, when
Janice.
time passes, roll plus mundane
Oh.
to see how you're managing your obligations.
Yeah. So let's start with that. Daredevil. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. It's been a while.
I
We didn't
mean,
have a
You got those
Janice.
obligations. They got to come up somehow, right?
Oh, yeah.
let's
So your
see.
mundane's right now at a 2, Daredevil.
Right at 2. Oops, not -2. Wrong direction.
Or you could.
That is a 9.
That is a 9. So what is the result say on that move?
On a 7 to 9, you've lapsed on one obligation, your choice.
So who are your obligations to right now?
So for obligations, I have one for school, schoolwork and the debate club. I have home, household chores and paying bills, and then social, my best friend, Foggy.
So which one do you want to deal with?
I'm going to go with home.
Okay. So I think there is that bit where part of the reason you were gone is you had some stuff to do with your father. And I think you come home this time and you see that your landlord is out in the hall, and kind of you hear him a couple floors away kind of pounding on the door to your apartment. And as you come up the stairs, he kind of turns his body to face you, and he's like, Murdoch.
Yes. Do you have a name for this guy?
Let's since it's a Marvel a landlord, let's just call him Vlad. That so he looks at you as
I think I call him Mr. Vlad. What an unexpected visit.
Is it unexpected?
I would, yes.
Where is your father?
If he's not inside, then he must be out running some errands.
Well, the check that you gave me for the rent, it did not clear.
Oh, it didn't. I'm sure that's just a simple mistake. Why don't I write you a new one right now? Here.
That one will bounce. No. Cash.
Cash.
Tell your father I'm not going to charge a fee, but I want the rent in cash from now on. This is the 3rd strike for you and your dad. Now, you're a good kid, but this is my lifeblood. This is my business.
Of course, Mr. Vlad. I mean, we're good for it. We've
I
never
know
let you
you're
down.
good for it, he says. Your dad's no good, Nick.
That seems harsh. He works hard. He's trying. Don't worry, Mr. Vlad. We'll take care of it. I'll get you the cash.
You find your dad, you get the cash, you do something with this.
Okay, Mr. Vlad. I'll take care of it.
And he goes away. What do you do?
I think I head inside and I'm picturing we've got like a notepad on the fridge, and I'm gonna scroll out a note. Dad, Mr. Vlad stopped by, said the check bounced again. We need to talk ASAP.
Yeah, and you'll leave that on, kind of open the fridge, not much in there. You've been a little busy. Like what else do we see that kind of shows that maybe things have gotten out of your dad's control and out of your control here in the apartment?
I don't remember if canonically Matt's dad is a drinker or not, but I'm gonna say he is for this purposes. So I think like looking around the living room, you can see there's some beer bottles that have just been left out, falling over in places. The place hasn't been picked up and cleaned. You can see a pile of laundry in one corner that I'm probably expected to have been tending to as part of my post-school duties. And I just kind of give a heavy sigh and say, okay, guess it's time to do some chores.
I think about halfway through that, the phone will ring.
I'll go and pick it up.
Murdoch, Dock 39, midnight. You're on.
Hello, Colson?
It's definitely not Colson. And here, sorry, wrong number. Gruff voice hangs up.
Okay.
And I'll leave that there for you to chew on. Dr. Strange, what drew you away in the middle of all of this stuff with the Darkhold?
Some sort of extra dimensional incursion. We'll just say the dark dimension.
Absolutely.
Evil beings pouring forth.
And I think you return back to the retreat in Tibet, and then go through the doors and arrive back at the New York Academy, and you hear like there's some voices downstairs in the main hall, like there seems to be some kind of argument going on, and you're pretty sure that you recognize the voice of Baron Mordo down there. What do you do?
Try and get close enough to observe, but not reveal myself yet.
Okay. So let's have you do, I think you want to analyze the situation, right?
Sure.
Okay, well, because we're going to make this a little bit risky. I'll give you some basic info, and then we'll let you follow up when we see your role is.
That's flat. An 8.
An 8. So I'm going to give you some information, and then and say that you're not seen. Kind of get to, if we imagine that shot that we've seen of the New York Sanctum from the movies with this big staircase going down in the main hall. We will see Wong plus a couple of students there, and you can see that Mordo is there, his arms crossed, talking calmly with Wong. Wong seems upset. There's maybe another instructor has come out, and you can see that there's a young woman with Mordo, and it seems like, just at first glance, like Mordo has brought this young woman here, like maybe as a student. Now Mordo's kind of slightly on the outs, but like he's bad. The others maybe don't think he's as bad as you do, they know there's something going on. What is the question from Analyze that you want to know?
How could we best end this quickly?
I think giving Mordo what he wants.
No doubt.
Like what you will hear is that going on, and then you'll hear blah blah blah, Sorcerer Supreme, blah 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 blah, candidate, and Mordo says, I have the right to present my candidate. This transmigration of souls is not exact, and as you know, it may be incomplete. And I believe that your candidate, has been demonstrably unworthy. So I have found where the rest of the soul lies, and she is here to study. And you see this woman, she's got short cropped hair, she's chewing gum. She reminds you a little bit of Catwoman in some ways. She's got attitude on her. But Wong kind of looks around and he says, you have the right, Mordo. You have the right. And he says, and as is my right, since I am her mentor, prepare rooms for me as well.
Oh,
And you can see them all kind of look around uncomfortably there. We're going to cut away from that so that you can deal with that situation after that. Selena.
Yep.
After this like meeting of hearts that you had there with She-Hulk, and this interaction with Zatanna, and the sense that she's kind of at least stopped this corruption from getting any further for the moment. What are you doing?
Shit, like the way she clears her head is just like running across rooftops.
Absolutely. So we will definitely see you heading out, doing those runs. What's the look on your face? Like, are you conflicted? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Like, what do we think is going on in your head?
So like, like the panel is her like, serious face running, but like there's just like all the thought balloons of like the flat, and the background art is like it's like the montage of Tana and like the eclipse of the black diamond, and then the kiss with Jen. And it's just like, what, like, so, and like I don't know how to deal with this, but I'm sure it'll be fine, even if like, I've got one friend at least.
And
So I don't know, and like, is Jen really gonna like accept me as for everything? I don't.
and you'll like see that looming shadow and hear that gravelly voice that you kind of know is a modulator that other people don't. And you'll hear Selena.
Yeah. So hey, people could be watching or listening. Mask, respect it.
He looks down. I keep an eye out. I need to talk to you. Drops down from the edge of some higher roof.
Okay.
I saw your fight with Doom.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Daredevil did great.
Certainly, you contributed to that.
Are you praising me?
I'm just glad you're taking things seriously. But I need your help.
Wait, you need my help?
Yes.
I'm trying to pierce his mask now.
Okay, go ahead and make that roll. What's your
Uh,
mundane right now?
It's only a 1.
That's not bad,
Oh.
you know.
Roll 13.
Oh.
Okay.
Good way to start the morning.
Yeah, seriously.
So you got three questions with the
All right.
boxcars.
Okay. Because like this is sudden, and like I just like eyeing him in his like white lenses, and like a smirk spreads across her face. Of course, I was like, wait, he needs my help. This is what do you want me to do? Obviously, that's like just blatant question. So
He has like a task, a job, an investigation that really clearly only you can do. Do you want me to spell that out and then we can ask the other questions?
sure.
Okay. He says, I have it on good authority that your old pals Harley and Ivy are mixed up with something big. But I haven't been able to get close. I think they're mixed up with Trask and the Kingpin. I need
pals is a word, but okay. We have
colleagues. How
not the
about
worst
that?
relationship.
I need someone to get close to them to find out what's going on.
Okay. What are you really planning?
Like, he's still a little uncertain about you. He doesn't really want to do this. So like he's a little protective of where you're at, but he also needs this done. So there's this weird thing where he's justifying it to himself, like, okay, this is like a test kind of thing. That's how he's rationalizing this.
Okay. How could I get your character to reveal more of their private life? No, how could I get your character to, all right, because this is so messy and dramatic.
Oh yeah.
Go out on a date with me. So actually, here's how she's gonna pitch it. Like, okay, I'll do this, but I want one thing: a night out with you.
So I'll give you two choices here on this, Joe. There are two ways to handle this.
Okay.
If you want this to be the answer to your question, then yes, then he'll just say yes. Otherwise, if you want to do this as a provoke, we can resolve it with roll. I'll give you
I love a provoke. So
okay, so let's do the provoke, and then you've still got a question sitting out there.
All right. So then, okay, what is my superior to?
Oh yeah, this is your strong suit.
Also a 13.
Okay. All right. Get me the information. Yes, and
I guess how could I gain influence over you?
I think that right now, in this moment, the way that you can gain influence over him is there's still a little bit of distance between the two of you, is closing that physical distance.
Oh, like in my head, the panels, like she was doing that like after every question and like getting real close to, because it's always fun to like push his buttons.
Yeah. What's the moment or gesture that makes him finally have to like admit the play chicken and kind of step
like
back?
her hands slide up to his shoulders and like they're moving to wrap around the back of his neck.
And I think, yeah, gain influence, and he kind of pulls back and he says, I gotta go. You know, and
Okay. Well, I guess I gotta put in a call to Harley and or Ivy.
okay. Let's come to She-Hulk. You really exposed yourself there.
Yes.
And you still have one condition marked. So where do we see you, like, after this moment? Are you riding on the high of it? Are you maybe realizing the implications of what you've done? Is it something else? Like, what do we see and how do we know what you're feeling?
So She-Hulk is frightened, exhilarated. She is riding on the high of the the beginning of love, and at the same time, of course, that's terrifying. And showing her vulnerability is scary. No one has seen her, and she looks so different. When she's not the Hulk, and she doesn't know. She doesn't really know how Catwoman feels because that's hard to know. And so she's trying to study
Mm-hmm.
in her little office, and she's reading a law text. She's not at a high school yet, but she's still she's years ahead in terms
Right.
of pawing through the little bits of superhero law and things like that, but she's not making any progress really. She's flipping back and rereading something, and then she's taking notes with a digital pencil and throwing it down periodically, and picking up her phone, which has Catwoman as a background image now, and flipping over to the text thing and starting to type something, and then erasing it, putting the phone down face down, and trying to go back to her books, and finally she just shuts them, and just she needs to do something to clear her head. Usually studying will do that,
But not now.
but not now. And she feels crappy about the last interaction she had with Daredevil, and
with Lieutenant Trevani, you kind of really went off on her last time.
Yeah, so she's let's see. Clear when you make a sacrifice to absolve your guilt.
Let me set up a little bit more here, and you think about how you want to do that. I think you go down, to the other part of the house, and Trevani is there, and you can see that she's still got her uniform on, like she's kind of clearly pulling a double. She's got the TV on and one of those like digital police scanners going, and she kind of looks up at you and nods. And I think that you'll, as you're kind of going to grab something, you hear, and the Hulk, blah, 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 coming from the television.
What was that?
And Trevani goes, yeah, I spotted the Hulk back in New York. And you'll kind of look and you see they're cutting to a press conference. And you can see that there are some police there talking, and there's, as you know, the last time the Hulk was president of New York, the damage to property was catastrophic. Blah 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 blah. This time, given the mayor's office has put a contingency plan into place, here to talk about that contingency plan is Tony Stark. And you will see Stark step up to the podium, and he says, as you know, the city of New York has been threatened under the shadow of the Hulk in the past. A lot of damage done here in the city. Stark Industries is dedicating to preserving peace. And as such, we have a plan that we are putting into place, utilizing the Iron Man system. So just want the public to be aware. And if you see the Hulk, do not engage. Essentially report that to the authorities, and we will be on the spot right away. And then there's some more questions and follow-ups before it's thrown back to the newsroom from the conference. You'll realize at that press conference that you just saw that Trevani was in the background amongst the sort of the figurehead police sort of standing by as this announcement was being made.
What do they mean, contingency plans? I say to her.
Trevani looks up and goes, I really can't talk about that.
They mean weapons. They're going to try to take him down, aren't they?
They're going to try and stop him from causing damage in the city.
I was trying to study, but my head's not in the game. I was gonna.
Are you okay? You look a little flushed.
Yeah, I need to go for a run or something.
She reaches in her purse. You see her pull out a 20 that she hands you. Okay, but go and get yourself something to eat too.
Okay. Thanks.
You okay? Did something happen?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
I met someone.
Oh,
I mean, I kind of knew them already, but things might be changing.
and you can see her kind of like this is not the conversation she expected to have right now. And she's like, oh, okay. Is it serious?
I don't know. I really I don't know how they feel. 100%.
Oh, so it's a crush. Okay.
Well,
okay. Have you talked to them? Have you told them how you feel?
Well, I think they know. And they at least like me a lot back.
And who are they?
I'll let you know if it goes anywhere. Okay. I promised.
And you see her stop, like there's all the parental like lectures that she got as a kid that are running through her head and so on. And you can see that she's maybe just about to start like on a conversation about the birds and the bees and that kind of thing. And then her phone rings and you can see she's visibly relieved. Okay, well, we'll talk about this later. You go do your run, get food and we'll talk, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something makes me want to listen to her phone call.
I think you
as
can
I'm
probably
lingering on the way out.
overhear that she's getting called into a planning meeting.
Okay. But they haven't spotted him yet. Okay. I know a couple places he might be that maybe they don't. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to change.
Okay, we'll
And
come
I'm going
back
to go
to
and I'm going to
you.
go look
Yeah,
for him.
yeah, we'll come back to you. Let's come back to Daredevil. Now you get a choice, John. If you want, we can continue on the sort of the solo run through, like run down with your dad or stuff, or we can pair you up with somebody else or the group. What do you feel like?
Well, I was actually thinking, so I'm definitely going to go to the docks.
Okay.
But I don't think I should go alone. So I was thinking Catwoman would probably be a good pairing.
Then let's hear what that phone call is like when you contact Catwoman to help you out. Catwoman on the team phone with the numbers, Daredevil's number will come up.
It's like, oh. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, look at that. I picked up when you called.
Yeah. No, I know. God, Catwoman, you don't even know. I dialed your number 3 times and then closed the phone before I actually even managed to hit call, because I know that I dropped the ball. I wasn't there when you needed help. And I want you to know I'm genuinely sorry about that. You know that I stayed behind for a good reason, right?
I understand why you did what you why you did what you did. But it still hurts, but I get it. So I'm still going to be a little mad.
That's fair. I deserve that. And to push your grace a little bit further, I'm actually calling to ask for a favor.
Okay.
I got a tip.
So many favors today.
There might be something kind of shady going down at the docks tonight. And I thought about calling Strange, but he half the time ends up blowing something up or teleporting something to the wrong place.
He's not subtle.
She-Hulk also not subtle, and so I really need a subtle touch on this one. This is not a like go and beat him up, bruise him up kind of thing. This is a reconnaissance job. I just need to get a sense for what's going on, and I don't think I can do it alone. So what do you say? Are you free? Want to go prowl the docks with me tonight? Huh?
Let's see. Trying to think. I'm like, all right. So out of character. Well, has Daredevil shared that, like, hey, like, do you have a beef with the Kingpin that we know about?
I think it's definitely something that's come up.
Okay.
He would not share that there is a potential family tie.
Yeah,
in
that's
there,
fine.
right?
But like, there's just like,
Yeah.
oh, I hate the Kingpin. Like, okay,
He's got like a Google alert, right?
Yeah,
for
right.
anything related. And it's like, why are you always on the Kingpin? There are other people, Daredevil.
All right. Yeah, no, I can help you. I might need your help with another thing. I'm trying to get a hold of 2 acquaintances that might be working for the Kingpin. So I don't know.
Okay.
So
Yeah, no, I
I
can
don't
help
know
with
if you're
that.
familiar with Harley and Ivy, but I don't know. They got into some stuff, and I need to get in back good with them, I think. So
Okay. I'll see what I can do to help on that one.
Yeah.
I don't tend to fit in with those kinds of people.
yeah,
so-
no, like if like it comes up, we might have to like put on a show.
Oh, okay. I did take one semester of drama,
Oh God,
so
no.
I've got a little bit of experience there.
Or we could just play off the anger that I've already got for you abandoning me earlier. So
Or we could do that.
yeah,
That's fair
well,
too.
we'll play it by ear.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So I'll meet you. We'll meet at the water tower near the docks, and then we'll head from there. About 11.
Okay.
Thank you, Catwoman. I don't think it's lost on me that you're there to help when I wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. So it wasn't a big deal anyway.
I think from the tone of her voice, though, the Daredevil's reading of it, that you can tell that yes, it was, in fact,
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah, like it was led. If you want to try to like delve deeper, that's on you. But
I'm not going to push in this moment. I
Okay.
have a plan. Actually, I think after we hang up the phone, you see Matt head over to his father's liquor cabinet and swipe a bottle, and he kind of says out loud, "This will make a good peace offering."
Perfect. So let's do it this way. Let's come back to Doctor Strange and then come to She-Hulk, because She-Hulk said that they might contact Daredevil. We'll see where that goes, and then kind of switch back to Catwoman. So let's kind of work that order here. So Doctor Strange, you overhear this, you see this going on, you see them putting this, like in another wing, they're setting up this woman in her own rooms there. You'll see Mordo having free run of the place again. And Wong is clearly looking for you to maybe like explain the situation. But what do you do?
Reveal myself and approach Mordo. Say,
Stephen, how good to see you.
can't say the same here, but
Rude. I saw your little friends dealt with a fairly potent magical threat. Where were you?
I was defending the Earth at the time, if you must know. Where were you? The Dark Dimension was set to invade, and we saw nothing of you.
There are many threats.
Indeed, there are.
He says, well, I have to go settle myself in. Wong will explain the new nature of things to you. Unless there's something else you wanted to say.
Simply that I don't think there's any reason for you to remain here. I've heard that you have proposed a candidate for Sorcerer Supreme, and I cannot deny that you have that right, but I do not agree that you must be here to mentor her.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. It's what's striking to me is how little your 17-year-old opinion actually matters to me on this. But thank you for putting that out in the air.
Yes, well, it's not only my opinion, but if she is to join our order, she must integrate with it. And having you here will, as a primary influence, I think will distract from that. If she's to become Sorcerer Supreme, you must let her go.
It is striking to me how little you understand of being anything close to the Sorcerer Supreme.
What would you know of it?
You trying to provoke him?
Sure.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and roll with Superior?
Flat. An 8.
That is an 8. So let's look at that. I think they do like there's that flare of anger there. And like you push them enough that they clearly show that anger in a way that they ought to be more controlled. Like and Wong and the others will note this. And I think that we see Mordo very carefully recompose himself. And I think that you're going to get +1 forward against them. The next time you need to do something like they've been pushed back a step, and Wong will step in and say, all right, this is a discussion for later. I think we need to get things settled. Stephen, please return back to your rooms. We will have a further conversation on this later. All right.
I will glare at him pretty angrily.
Oh yeah,
you comply.
glare goes back and forth there before the head's out, and Wong does say, Stephen, I understand something of how you must feel, but you need to be very careful. Let's cut to She-Hulk. Do you want to do the call to Daredevil that you mentioned in the chat, or you want to do something else?
No, I mean, I'm going to need some help.
Okay. Then I think a little bit, Daredevil, a little bit after you've had that conversation with Catwoman, that we'll see that phone ring from She-Hulk.
She-Hulk? Yeah, what's up?
Hey,
you sound upset? Something wrong?
There was a thing on the news, the Hulk's in town somewhere, and I have to find him before they find him.
Oh,
and I don't know how to do that. Like, I mean, I know a couple places to look, but I'm no better at spotting him than anybody else might be.
yeah, I can help you look.
Is Strange back?
I think so. He sent me a message and it just had like symbols in it. I don't know. I haven't had time to really dig into it, but I think that means he's back.
Or either he's figured out a way to make his phone work across dimensions or something like that.
It might have been like a butt dial. You never know with him. But yeah, I mean, you think we need some extra people in here, or
anybody who can who can track him down. Stark Industries is involved, and I'm pretty sure they've like made a super gun to try and take him down,
Okay.
and that's just going to be a disaster.
Yeah. No, that's not going to go well. For anybody. So what's the plan? We find him and then
I talk to him or something. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. He's completely unpredictable. I don't know why he's here. He's got no reason to be here that I can think of. So something's going on. Something else is going on. Maybe we can find out what that is.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm gonna get outside. I'm gonna start looking right away. And I'm gonna put out some messages for help from some other people. I think I might have an idea. of
And
who
let's
I
ask
can-
if he's strange is here, let's ask him. Maybe he can do the all-seeing eye of whatever it is.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Have you talked to Catwoman?
You mean today?
Yeah, I know you went to help her, so I'm kind of curious to hear how that went.
Look, I wanted to apologize.
You don't need to apologize. Look,
Yeah, I do. But this isn't it. Yeah, okay. I'll call Catwoman, you call Strange.
okay. We'll find him. Don't worry.
Let me cut from that. Let me get a Catwoman scene. And we'll kind of use the She-Hulk call to kind of dovetail the end of that. So Catwoman, you've got some time in the late afternoon, early evening before you have to go to this midnight meeting or 11 o'clock. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to call either Harley or Ivy. I presumably have one of their numbers still somewhere, if it's still in service or whatever,
I
or
think
like checking out the local haunts or whatever.
Sure, I think that you can call Harley. That she's crazy enough. She still has the same number.
Yep.
And there'll be that bit, and you'll hear, "Well, hello."
Hey, Harley. It's been a while.
It has. Saw you on the news.
Doing which?
Well, you were fighting like some like blobs, and then you fight a big blob
okay,
guy, and then
okay.
you stole his took his lunchbox and his like books and stuff.
Oh, right. The other day. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. That was me.
Yeah. So why are you calling?
I'm bored. You
You're
usually
bored? Why don't you talk to some of your friends, your
I don't-
heroes?
look, just because we worked it. Look, you should know this better. We're from Gotham. Just because you work with someone doesn't make you friends with them. Like, it's not like we hang out like we used to.
Yeah, but there's this whole like hero thing I'm seeing going on over there on that side of things.
Didn't you?
It's
Did
it's
you not see
Catwoman.
me?
It's Catwoman.
Did you not see me steal
I'm not going to tell her
and
that.
run?
I'm sorry. Go on. What?
Did you not see me steal and run? I mean, come on.
Can try and convince her that in fact this is all a cunning plan.
Yes.
That's a provoke.
Is it a provoke or are you watching closely?
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah. Glad
Always forget you have that lovely,
Yeah.
lovely thing for this.
Very, very glad I chose it to start with. Yep, when you mislead, distract, or trick someone. Roll plus superior. There's an 8.
That is an 8.
Choose 2.
What do you want?
Um, gonna I'm gonna avoid further entanglement. Like if that means like, all right, she's gonna like, all right, okay, that checks out with past history.
Okay.
And I guess like get an opportunity. Yeah.
So what is it you want, Selena? You looking for not being bored?
Yeah, I mean, there's some rumors going around that you two have something in the pipeline.
You want in?
That's why I'm calling.
Okay.
I just want to make sure because I care about you both as much as we can care about each other, that things don't get too far, you know? Look, you don't need murder on your head.
What are you talking about?
I've heard there's rumors that you guys are in way deeper than you think.
You don't know from nothing. You're like, ooh, look, I'm the smarty pants cat. But look, ooh, look how cool I am. Ooh, look.
You think I'm cool? Oh
That's
my God,
not what I
thank you.
said. Yeah, she's twisting my words again.
Look, where do you want to meet up?
Meet us down at the docks. Midnight.
Okay. Which
Dock
docks?
34.
Okay.
It's a job.
All right. Is it a smat? What type?
We're finding out. Something big.
All right. Well, I'll see you there.
Okay.
Give Ivy my love.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Click. And I think as soon as you hang up, there's the dial from She-Hulk.
Oh, and this is like I'm looking at that. I'm like, oh, the bat. The kiss. Oh, I don't know. She's very. I gotta answer. Hey.
Hey. Hi.
What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Got a couple of things that I'm got to do tonight. But why? What's up?
Yeah, you need help?
No, I'll be fine. It's look, you're incredible. You're like the strongest person I know, but this is a subtlety thing. And I love you, but I don't want to. I'm going undercover with some people.
Wait, what did you say?
I'm going undercover with some people.
For that,
This is a subtlety thing.
in between those two things.
I literally don't remember.
It doesn't matter. The
Oh,
how much? What kind of trouble? What kind of trouble?
What do you mean? It's not going to be trouble.
Baloney.
You called me.
No, I understand that. I have a problem. I need your help.
Okay.
Doc is in town. Sorry, the Hulk.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's
Do you want me to fight the Hulk? That
No,
seems like a bad
no.
idea.
No, fighting the Hulk is a terrible idea. They're gunning for him.
Who?
The police with Trask Industries, not Trask, but Stark helping. They've made. I bet they've made some kind of like super weapon or something. They're trying to take him down, but he has no reason even to be here. So something's up.
I mean, he's the Hulk. Doesn't he just go wherever he wants?
He does go wherever he wants, but typically he doesn't go where there's tons of people. because there's, he doesn't like the noise, you know.
Okay.
He doesn't go towards trouble. Mostly trouble finds him.
I would try to pierce your mask. What's going on? Like, I get there's the green thing, but beyond that, we don't know anything.
Oh,
Let's
Um,
have you roll mundane, Catwoman.
Oh, I guess I do have influence over you, so
Yeah.
Boom.
that's a 10.
all right.
All right.
Ask away.
How can I get your character to reveal the connection between you and the Hulk?
Ask.
Is there, obviously you're both big and green and like incredibly strong. Is there more of a connection there?
There's this pause. Bruce Banner is my half brother.
Oh.
And he saved my life by giving me a transfusion of his blood when goons sent by Nicholas Trash shot me.
Oh, okay.
That's where my powers come from.
Joe,
He's,
I want to stop you guys right now. You've got 2 more questions, but I think that this is one of those GM fiat moves that I think that there is a shot a ways away of a figure in armor listening in on a phone. So let's take our first break. When we come back, we'll come back to finishing out that conversation and those 2 questions from Selena. All right. And then we'll hunt for the Hulk. So take 10 for the first break. So you've got 2 more hold on that question there, Selena.
Yeah, and Jen had just revealed the trash thing. It's like, oh, great. Okay. That son of a bitch. All right. Well, what do you want me to do?
superficially, since this appears to the mask.
Yeah.
Superficially, she wants your help in finding finding Bruce to try to defuse the situation somehow, because she's afraid of a fight between Bruce and the authorities, and you get the idea that she's more afraid for Bruce than the authorities. What she really wants to do is to be with her, because she's freaking out.
She-Hulk, I would love to be there by your side looking. And like, give me a place, we'll meet up.
Yeah.
But I do have to do this thing tonight. I cannot avoid it.
Okay.
All right.
No, I know you have to do your things. I'm not gonna.
What are you really planning?
What am I really planning? I'm trying.
And this is clearly not in regards to the Hulk.
The
thing.
Hulk.
Yeah.
What am I really planning?
I mean, it might be. I don't know.
No. She's trying to figure out how to know you better without making you run away.
All right.
She's trying to. You can see that she's trying to kind of be nice but cool, not turn it on too hard because she's pretty sure that you'll just run. She also wants to protect you, but on the other hand, she can't tie you down, and she doesn't really know how to do both of those things. So there you go.
All right. So where do we meet up?
So there's no lab he used to use. He might come back there, if only because it's familiar. And it's got a lot of places where he could be hiding. Like I said, I don't know why he's here. They spotted him. Somebody took a picture of him, but since then, he's been out of sight. So he's got to be indoors or underground or something like that, because he's not really subtle. But unless he's transformed, in which case it's even more important we get a hold of him.
Okay, sure. Where to meet up there? Meet up.
Yeah, let's
when we
meet
go
up.
to get-
I'll give you an
okay.
address.
All right, good.
So I do want to bring the four of you together, but I do want to check in with Daredevil and Strange and see if there's anything that you want to do before we move to that scene. Daredevil?
I think just really quickly, I'm gonna like pull. We've probably got some like it's got to be like 3 or 4 years old at least, a computer that we have at the house, and I'm just gonna quickly check the bank account to be like, how did the check bounce again? How did this happen? I deposited the money; it should have been there, and I'm gonna see like, yeah, what transactions have gone on, like what's happened.
Like it's little bits, extra payments on things. There's some stuff. It looks like. So you roll me a d6, just a d6.
1d6. That is a 3.
It's a 3. It looks like a mix of sort of cash withdrawals and payments to a service that when you kind of go and look on it, it looks like it's a very shady, like placement service for colleges, like people who help out getting people in, like massaging the path there in a way that's real gray area. So there's a mix of cash stuff and a mix of he's clearly putting some money towards something for you that he recognizes as being hanky.
Yeah, and gosh, that's like such mixed emotions of like, okay, I feel like his heart's in the right place, but why? And why not just talk to me? Oh, Dad, come on, what are you doing? Okay.
And Dr. Strange, is there anything you want to do before we draw everybody together here?
No.
Okay. Then I think let's assume calls are made and get everybody on site here at this old Bruce Banner lab. She-Hulk, tell me something about this place. Like, are we an underground place? Are we above ground? Are we upper floors? Like, what kind of place are we in?
This is basically the top floor. It's a warehouse with a basement.
Okay.
And the top floor was warehouse space, and it's got some. At this point, it's not being used, so it's got it's probably got an old rusty forklift in there still. It's got some it's got some wooden pallets. And then the downstairs was tricked out as a chemistry lab.
Okay.
The there was a sophisticated hood there for venting, for venting vapors, and there's some glassware and microscopes and a large computerized analytic device that now is years out of date, and dust all over everything probably, and it was clearly a fairly a fairly sophisticated one-man laboratory. He worked here alone, maybe he had occasionally assistants, but he was more of an inventor than a any kind of academic scientist. And it looks sad, it's, and to Jennifer, this is a place full of possibilities that never happened.
Dr. Strange, I'm going to cut you there because I think that's a good frame up for where we're doing, because I want to. Dr. Strange, you haven't been with the group for a bit.
Yep.
And a lot of shit has happened to you in the meantime. So when you pop up, like what is your interaction here? How do you greet them? Do you explain yourself? Do you just play mysterious?
I'm sorry. I had other duties that called me away. I'm bound to certain responsibilities, and I'm afraid I had to do those. But it's good to see you guys.
Used you with the dark hole.
What did happen to that?
I think that's the point at which sort of Catwoman steps forward, and I think you will see the
Nothing. We're fine.
corrupt energy like bubbling within her. It is tamped down by some sort of, it's a spell, not great like your stuff, but it's held in check. But like, she's clearly, something bad has happened to her.
Catwoman, it appears you got very close to the Darkhold.
Yeah. We had to get her out of there. I had to de-summon all of those Cyclopses.
Yeah.
Someone had to do it.
You better be careful,
Someone
Strange.
just sort of abandoned us.
She might take your job. Pretty impressive the way she read that book.
Well,
Magic's no big. See?
Here's another person wanting to take your job just after you've gotten that at home.
I'm glad you were able to handle that so well, but we should talk later.
We know what
We're
the
here
story.
now.
We know what the story is. Zatanna told us. She's got a
I
shard.
just give She-Hulk a look of like, what are you doing?
Okay, when she got that look, it's like, we know what the story is. Never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Daredevil.
Are you okay for now?
I'm fine.
Daredevil, a lot of tension in the group there. Did it feel good to kind of poke at Strange there a little?
A little bit.
Okay. And let's check in real quick before moving too much further. Daredevil, you still have afraid marked.
Mm-hmm.
And guilty for She-Hulk. And we've got insecure and angry marked for Dr. Strange. So Daredevil, I think you will hear the sound of something incoming from above, certainly before anybody else. I think that's one of your skills. And so what do you do? Like definitely mechanical coming in.
Incoming as in like a projectile or like
Yeah,
a
something is
big
flying
cool-
down towards the building.
Like a projectile.
I just kind of stick my hands out, grab Strange on one side, She-Hulk on the other, and say, we might want to duck. Something's coming in fast.
I do a cover move over Catwoman.
Okay.
God.
So I think it's absolutely no problem for you to do. I think what you will see is you will see a section a ways away from the four of you kind of get torn open by repulsors, and you will see Iron Man drop down into the warehouse. That blue and gold armor, we've got a picture of him there, and he says, "Evening, kids."
The fuck are you doing here?
Language.
She-Hulk, that's Iron Man. Can't talk to him like that.
Did
And
Can.
he looks and he says, "Well, right now I'm getting the four of you to stand down and leave."
Nothing here.
how do you even wait a minute? You listened in on our phone. That's wait, that's not illegal wiretapping, because you're not even legitimate government. It's just criminal.
Fair enough. Now, you four need to go back home to wherever your parents are, and whatever like babysitters you have, and skedaddle now.
I think that was a provoke. Oh,
I'm certainly feeling provoked.
So that feels like a provoke.
when I was
Yeah.
calling him
Okay.
out.
All
on
right.
his-
Let's.
What do you- Yeah, what are you trying to get him to do?
Yeah.
Treat us like adults.
Let's see it.
9.
So that is a 9.
I'll help you out. I'll spend that one team that we have. Hey, Shellhead, you wouldn't even know about this if not for us. So we've clearly got a leg up on whatever your plan is.
So we'll go to one team in the team pool then. If you spend that, and he'll say, "Okay, if you're adults, then I think that you'll be willing to talk to the shield team that's incoming right now for you. So, yeah, you can stand and wait."
How do you think
Now,
this
hang
is-
on. I want to get. We haven't had
Please,
reaction
go ahead.
from Daredevil or Strange in this.
I paused.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
Daredevil, what about you? Like you see this going on, you know where this goes for Jennifer.
It doesn't seem like there's any talking him down. So I'm gonna assess the situation.
Okay,
Let's
then we'll
see.
come to Strange.
Superior is 1. Change tab. There we go. That is a 9.
Okay,
So I can ask
That's one question.
And take +1. What here can I use to distract Iron Man?
I think like you can tell that part of the reason he's here is that this is also locating Banner's lab. And that part of what he's doing besides kind of watching you guys and now willing to take it is that he's very clearly like, this is research material he's going to take back for helping to deal with the Hulk. So, you know, doing anything with the tech stuff that's here is going to draw his attention. Does that seem fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dr. Strange, what are you doing?
Turn to the group and say, well, let's, you know, pay no attention to him. What do you guys want to do?
I hate to say it, but I think this might be a time to act first and act for forgiveness later.
Yes.
I mean,
All right.
you took out Doctor Doom single-handedly. It's just Iron Man.
Oh God, he's so shiny.
So
Doom wasn't.
I say you're invading private property. I say to him, and
So are we. That's not.
yeah, kind of, but kind of not. This is your I'm you know, if law enforcement's coming, fine. You're not law enforcement. Depart the premises immediately. This is you have been warned.
What are the rest of you doing while She-Hulk is doing that? Now, here's one of those things where I'm going to invoke the susceptible to your words. I don't think that he's going to be susceptible to that as a stratagem, but I want to see what other people are going to do. It's certainly like his head's turning to you in that way, that the cocksure kind of way of you've got to be.
Yeah, Catwoman's just like studying him and basically trying to like get the read on him. Like, what is going on with this?
Is this Pierce or
Yeah,
okay.
I guess so, because
Let's have you Pierce and then let's come to Daredevil and Strange.
and I get +1 forward because I spent a team to help.
Yeah, you did.
So that is a 8. So all right. What are you really planning?
He is really planning on figuring out a way to deal with the Hulk. That's a significant thing, which involves both the lab materials here and also Jennifer.
Okay, what do you mean by? All right. So, in character, I'm like, I understand that you want to theoretically stop the Hulk, but like, what is the limit that you're willing to go? Because there's a difference between, you know, what Doom might do versus what like the super soldier might do.
There's a pause and he says, the damage toll from the Hulk is significant. And we've already seen one other person be changed by this formula. And then we've also seen, and he points to Jennifer, points to She-Hulk. We've got to stop him. She-Hulk, what do you do?
He doesn't. He clearly brushes off my legal
Yeah.
my best pre-law summation of defend the castle doctrine, which it is. This lab's probably mine as much as it is anybody's. I'm his closest relative, but nobody knows that.
Exactly.
But I've basically, that was the castle doctrine, and he basically has gone, nah, make me. And I said, fine, since you won't leave voluntarily, you're going to have to do it the hard way. And I hit him.
Okay. Then let's have you directly engage a threat.
Yep.
So
Are we
let's
entering
pause
team?
here.
Yeah.
Let's generate that team for that team pool here. So team mechanics. Who's the leader?
I think She-Hulk is right now.
Okay. She-Hulk, do you have influence over all your teammates?
Looking. Yes. No, I don't. I don't have influence over Doctor Strange.
Okay. I don't think necessarily everyone has the same purpose in the fight because I don't think the purpose is clear yet. I don't think anybody mistrusts the leader. I think you all came here voluntarily, so I don't think there's a minus. And I don't think you've had time to talk, so I don't think you're off balance. So right now, including the one you started with, we're at 3 team in the team pool. All right. Directly engage the threat.
Yep. Okay. I'm doing punch everyone to roll my danger up
Okay.
because anger. That's a 6. Wow.
That is a 6.
Did you want to also in a China shop it?
Oh, I'm definitely going to do that. The question is whether your team gets involved.
All right, we can help you. Duh. I forgot. Yeah, I'll I don't know actually how to help against Iron Man, but I'll try. So,
Distraction.
yeah, like basically I as you rush in to punch him and he's probably I don't know, floating back or gonna try to hover out of the way. I'll lash the whip out to try to snag him back, but then I get pulled along with him.
Fair
So-
enough. Yeah. So that'll be a 7.
And then I'm going to use in a China shop to get an
Okay.
extra thing.
All right. So yeah, you'll definitely shatter Bruce's lab. That equipment, the data, the materials here will go up. What are your options here?
Okay. I catch him by surprise. He doesn't land one on me.
Okay.
And what can I take from him? He's in an armored suit.
Right.
Can I?
Can't take the suit. You could take a glove, or you could take a piece. That's classic in the
that's
comics.
basically right.
Yeah, the jet boots or whatever.
I'm just gonna crack his armored plate. Is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna
Okay.
take some of his invulnerability
Okay.
away. And the effect is, as I punch him through the ceiling.
We see him come crashing back down, armor, open, in a spot, and I think we hear Friday containment protocol, and I think we'll hear the, and we'll see 3 much larger suits come in through the ceiling and land. So, Daredevil.
God damn it, She-Hulk.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, we're fighting Iron Man and extra suits. Okay. Yeah, let's do this.
The suits are one villain together for purposes of conditions. Just to kind of read it, it's not like we've got three foes there.
So, yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna leave Iron Man to She-Hulk, and I'm gonna deal with the accessory suits. I'm actually kind of curious if I can do this with Unleash Your Powers.
Okay.
As an attempt to, I think what I'm trying to do is get a sense of their location and basically like trick them, get them to like damage themselves by flying into you know,
It's
the
still
structure.
directly engaged
directly
because you're trying to inflict a effect, a condition, a damage
Gotcha.
in there.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Now, do you let me just check if you want to if I don't know if you want to swip your mask at all or anything like that.
No.
Okay. Then let's have you roll danger.
Danger. That is a 10.
That is a 10. So you're striking at these suits.
Is that you have afraid marked?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So that's actually -2. So that's an 8.
Okay. So what do you want as your pick?
I get pick one. Okay. Let's create an opportunity.
Okay. How do you do that? Like you're gonna drop one of these three.
I think as they're like zooming around the room, I jump on the back of one of them.
Okay. And I think you will do that and kind of send it flying. One of them comes crashing from your strike, but mark a condition essentially as the next one opens up the body of it and flies onto you and starts closing you in.
And I'm going to mark hopeless.
Okay. Doctor Strange, you see one of the suits go down under Daredevil's, like sending it flying. Another one comes up and starts enveloping him. There's another one there, plus Iron Man is getting up.
I think at this point, I'm going to begin to charge my powers.
Okay. Let's have you roll, Nova.
It's
Conditions.
2 conditions. Oof. 6.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Would you like to use Team Selfishly?
I would. Otherwise, it'll take me out.
That won't help because it's roll plus conditions, not a label.
Right. But it will bump him to 7 to 9, which is to mark a
No,
condition
because
rather-
when you use it selfishly, you don't get a +1. You have
Yeah. So you're
Oh.
definitely going to need someone to help you.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, as you're channeling this stuff, maybe like all the blasting and like is distracting as like, but like it's like Strange, get your head out of your butt and do something.
Does that feel workable for you, Greg?
Sure.
So one team in the team pool. And what condition are you going to mark when suddenly you're like, you felt your powers go out of control? Like you knew it was about to be really terrible. And then it's only Catwoman's voice that kind of brings you back around.
Mark guilty.
Okay. So you have 3 burn. We'll come back to you, I think, as you draw that up. Catwoman, you've been bouncing around helping people,
Yeah,
but
like
what do
shouting
you
at-
do?
I'm like, all right, Daredevil's getting enveloped. I'm like, oh, Jesus, is this one? Do I have? am I the leader? Do I have to like direct these idiots? As I like leap over and I'm like just like clinging to the thing as I'm trying to like, basically hack the suit to like open it up. Like
Okay.
to free him. I'm like, all right, Jesus, like, it's Stark Tech, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. Like it's pretty cheap compared to like Wayne Tech or Doom.
Do you want to read this as directly engage or as unleash?
I think I'm trying to unleash.
Okay,
I'm trying
I
to
feel-
overcome
yeah.
an obstacle, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The reaction move.
All right, let's see. 8. Just missed it.
Do you want to
Just-
mark a condition?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you going to mark, and then tell me what that actually looks like on panel?
I think. Oh. I feel like insecure because like as like she's having all these thoughts, I'm like, I'm the criminal of the group. Why is it coming down to me to like direct a fight against the hero, against a known
Absolutely.
superhero?
Yeah.
But also like, and I'm like, this is actually going to help later on if this comes out at all. Like this will really help with Harley and Ivy if this comes out. So
Absolutely. So tell me what that looks like on panel.
oh yeah, like, and it's like a lot of the thought bubbles. Like, it's like I really like. Look, I should not be the one, like the level-headed one, to direct these other 3. But I really hope this gets out there. Like, I wish, God, I wish there was like a news feed of this right now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And like physically, we see you yank Daredevil out of this, or
I think it's more like I crack open like one of the plates because there's a lot of electronics, and I'm like,
Yeah.
basically like, I figure out like it's like cracking an alarm system or like breaking and entering. So like I'm like, all right, clip this wire, then short this, and that's when like it starts like sets off like chain react, like an emergency release because like they're like life support's dying or
Yeah.
whatever.
cut it, and it'll boot you out like it does the emergency eject there. It's still up and moving. It's still a danger. But Daredevil, you are like out of that trap. She-Hulk. Wow, you really destroyed this lab.
Did I? My attention's focused on Iron Man, and I'm going to try to put him down.
Okay.
Um, and I'm going to, oh God, it's taking everything I can not to hit him where his armor is broken. So yeah, so I'm going to directly engage.
Okay.
But we'll see what happens.
All right. Rush up to him as he's getting up.
That's a 10.
That is a 10. What are your 2 picks?
I'm going to resist or avoid his blows again.
Okay.
And I'm going to frighten him. And basically what I'm going to do is I grab him by the front of his shirt through the space in his armor. And I push him up and I put him up against a wall and I say, stop.
And you will like slam him, and like there's that, the jets are going, things like that. And he says,
stop before you make me do something I don't want to do.
I can't do that, Miss Walters.
You son of a bitch. I take him out.
He's still up. Yeah, you can throw him down. He is still up. Like you throw him to the ground and he's cracking. There's the flash, we've seen this on screen of the armor, but he's Iron Man and he gets back up.
Well, I'm still holding on to him.
Yeah.
If that's reasonable.
Daredevil.
In other words, I just cranked him against the wall.
Yeah. Daredevil.
And
let me come to you because you see this. Like Iron Man isn't going to back down. She-Hulk isn't going to back down.
And She-Hulk is starting to squeeze him.
I'm curious too if I can. He said there's a shield team inbound. Can I pick up? Like, is there people coming in from the hallway? Can I sense if?
No, there isn't.
Okay, but still, this situation's getting dicey. Okay, I'm going to yell out to She-Hulk. I think like with a stern, a bit of an edge to it, like She-Hulk. This isn't going to help anything. We need to find the Hulk. He's not here. Let's just leave.
We're not going to find him. Well, Mr. Stark here.
If you kill Iron Man, what do you think they're going to do?
I'm not trying to kill.
Can I?
Let's let's resolve the move here first because it feels to me.
Trying not to kill him.
John, it feels like.
And you see her muscles are trembling.
Provoke. I think you're trying to get her to do what you want. It's not comfort because you're not speaking in a comforting way.
Right.
So let's have you roll superior.
All right, that is +1. Oh, that's a 5.
That is a 5. I think that's the moment you hear the sound of something incoming again. And that roof goes crashing beside you. You're thrown away. Need you to take a powerful blow.
And I have 2 conditions, right? Yes. That is a 14.
So
I would like to, if I have any inkling that this is happening, I would like to take the shot for him.
Oh, you mean with the defend?
Or even just to take the hit.
Well,
yes.
That would be a defend.
Because, he's important to me.
Let me think here. You're really tied up in this thing, but he is talking to you.
Yes.
So I think that reads for me as an opportunity. Let's have you roll Savior.
Okay. My Savior's not good. But I would try. And perhaps this clears guilty. Because
that seems fair.
Letting go of Iron Man. And that is a predictable miss.
All right.
May I suggest
for both of you?
May I suggest I take the entire brunt of the hit?
Oh, I think both of you are taking the brunt of the hit. So for both of you get to mark potential because those fail. I think that you go leaping over there, and I want both of you to mark a condition. And I think that's going to be the thing is that for a moment, both of you are going to be stunned, like just sort of blacked out here for a moment. All right. So we can see what Catwoman and Dr. Strange do while the two of you are out briefly. if I may suggest that, because I think we see that dust and that shape kind of rise up. I mean, Catwoman Strange, you didn't really even see, but then the ceiling came down, and you'll see this big green lumbering figure stand up in there, in the thing. And I'll drop a insert image and grab this. And good picture for this. Just had a second ago. One sec. One moment.
No, bearded Hulk. Come back.
That's why it didn't. So the smoke will kind of clear, and you look and you see this enormous green figure, and you will realize that it is not the Hulk. And you see it, like, it looks around, and you see its eyes focus on She-Hulk. So that is the Abomination, who has just landed. Catwoman, Daredevil, She-Hulk are both kind of like under some rubble. Looks like they're out for the moment. There's Iron Man is like staggering, trying to get to his feet. There's a broken Hulk containment unit and a intact Hulk containment unit moving around, still directed to try and take out She-Hulk. What do you do?
I think I'm gonna like move over to Iron Man to help him up. Like, what is publicly known about Abomination, if anything?
I don't think that. I think you don't never heard of this. I think this
Okay,
is something
gotcha.
completely new.
Hey, as I'm trying to help the man in the iron suit up, like, I don't think either of us wanted this. And I'm sorry, but like, if that's yours, what the hell, man?
Does that feel like provoke?
No, I don't know if it's a provoke, because I'm not trying to get him to do anything.
What do you want to have happen here?
Like, look, I know that things got hot, but like, if that's just like, I guess I'm trying to comfort and support you. I'm like, I'm sorry that my friend got out of control and attacked you, but you came on real hot. But like, we're both to blame here.
Get him to join sides, or temporarily at least.
Let's see.
And you have to
here.
know that there are better ways to stop the Hulk than with brute force, because that has never worked.
Let's have you roll defend.
Oh shit. I'm the worst at that. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. You're not the worst.
That's fair. Yeah, you are.
I'm terrible, with the exception of you.
Right. So This is a -3 because I have insecure. Wait, what is my mask label? I think it's superior.
Okay.
Yeah, it's superior. It's not savior. It won't help. 4. There's a 4.
So the good news is you get to mark.
Hey, I got that potential.
Potential,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And the bad news is Iron Man's kind of getting to his feet, like, and he looks up at you, and you can tell he's trying to restore his systems, and he says, "That's not mine." And
I mean, shit. Or
yeah,
damn, whatever the comic appropriate word is.
exactly. And I think that's the point at which Abomination moves across and he tears apart one of these containment suits, just casually, just tears it like confetti. Does that feel like a reasonable hard move? Okay. Dr. Strange.
Yes.
What do you do? Situation is this: Daredevil, She-Hulk temporarily incapacitated, Iron Man heavily damaged, trying to get up. Now there's only one of these containment suits left, and it's the one that Catwoman already hacked, and it's kind of like kind of not closing its front panels. What do you do?
I think it's time for me to try and take on Abomination alone.
I
Clear my
think
insecure.
absolutely.
And the way I want to do that is by unleashing my powers to just pull both of us out of the lab and into a different, just out into the streets or something, away from everything else.
Absolutely. So are you going to overcharge?
Yep.
Okay. Tell me what that looks like. He's coming across clearly. I mean, he's probably like looming over Jennifer, like he's going to pick her up like a rag doll. Tell us what that looks like. What do we see on panel when you do that?
I think just a kind of a burst of energy comes out, envelops him, and while still tied to me, I fly off and pull him away with me.
Okay. Yeah. So we see you grab, pull. We see those bands, and Catwoman. You'll see Strange jet off. He's got Abomination in tow, and he's trying to get to a way to give you all a breather here. And Abomination is pulling on those bands. You can, even as you're doing this, you can feel them cracking, but you've got him held there, Strange. Daredevil. Ugh. What just happened? You kind of start to come to here under some rubble. Looks like that blow, that fall might have crushed you, but She-Hulk managed to knock a significant chunk of it away, though she is like clearly the wind knocked out of her. And you can count the heartbeats, and you can tell that Strange and that green figure are gone.
I think, I try to shake the wooziness from my head, and then I'll move over, pushing the debris off of She-Hulk. Say, She-Hulk, are you okay? Getting in close, trying to.
Fine.
Let's have you comfort and support. You are helping your teammate up and out of this.
Mundane. Let's see. Do any of my conditions affect that?
You
No.
would be angry.
Okay. I am still okay at this. It's a 6.
There is one team left in the team pool.
And did
Um,
we say I can't use it selfishly because that doesn't shift?
I
it up?
but I can use it because you're trying to help me.
Yeah.
Um,
How are you responding like positively to this?
I'd say you're trying to pick rub off of me. It's kind of funny. There's a little laugh in the middle of things, and it's like, ow. I'm sorry. I tried to keep ceiling from landing on you, and I missed.
No, I think you did a pretty good job there. And you showed me you really were in control.
You can spend the team and bump
Yeah.
it to a 7.
So we have no team left in the pool. Gets it to a 7. She-Hulk, do you want to mark potential, clear
No,
condition,
clear.
or shift your labels?
All clear condition.
Okay. So let me do this. Let me come to Catwoman and Strange, then back to you, She-Hulk, and then we'll kind of go up to Daredevil at the top of this. Catwoman, you see this. You
Yeah.
see Daredevil pulling She-Hulk out of this. Doctor Strange has flown away with Abomination.
Yeah, and look, I'm there with Iron Man. All right, that's not yours. It's gone for now. We don't know how. That seems more like your level threat than we are. So why don't we just both walk away? Because there's
that-
nothing left in this lab.
That is a provoke.
Okay. All right then. That makes sense. I'm not guilty, so I want him to provoke me, damn it. I just got the move where I can reject better. Oh, there's a 4.
Oof.
There is a 4.
It's not good. No team. So
So I think as you're doing that, so Iron Man kind of sits up, the jet boots like rebanded, and you hear this chunk chunk, and you realize that he has put these gauntlets on you, like locked down your hands, and he says, "I'll be back for you and your team," and launches off. Does that seem like a fair?
Oh yeah, no, it's
Mark
great.
potential.
Yeah. Like try to be good. Try to do the right thing.
Doctor Strange, you are flying away. You've got Abomination, in your hold. Where do you want to land? Where do you want to end up here?
I feel like I probably don't have a lot of choice in that my bonds are going to start breaking, soon after I've pulled him out of the scene. So just kind of as I notice them weakening, find a spot where we're not likely to cause a whole lot of collateral damage.
Like, do you want to drop him in the harbor? Do you want to drop him on a baseball field? Where do you want him?
Something like that, like large open lot somewhere.
Okay. So let's say you drop him on a construction site where there's like a mall going up, and they've mostly raised and cleared the area. He'll come crashing down. You're up there. What do you want to do? He's getting up.
I'm going to try and bind him more forcefully this time. See if I can pull out the 7 rings of Regador.
So it feels like you are directly engaging.
Yes.
Okay.
Plus danger. 7.
So that's a 7. So what do you want as your pick? Is you slam and inflict a condition on him. What is it? What is it that is a response? What do you want as the picks?
I want to try and frighten him. So he suddenly realizes that I'm perhaps more powerful than he was.
Yeah, I think
Banking
he will
on.
absolutely get his focus. Whatever, like he might have tried to go back to get things, but you are a threat. Like he
Yeah.
will turn and focus on you, and he picks up a girder there, and he throws it, and it will clip you. Let's roll. Take a powerful blow.
It's 2, I believe. Yep. Nine.
9. So
Here's one.
9. What do you want?
Yep.
Can't provoke a teammate right now.
I have to give ground and give him an opportunity.
Okay. He knocks you out of the air. You come crash down in the middle of this. Oof. And you hear, "Did you need help, Dr. Strange?" And you look up and you see Mordo's there. Yes or no?
For once, you might actually be doing some good. Join me in defeating this.
And he says, "I'll help clean up your mess." She-Hulk, back, a couple of miles away at Bruce's lab, you can see that Iron Man has taken off. You can see the last of these Hulk things have taken off, and you can see that Catwoman is locked down.
Little help.
I step over to her and just two fingers, snap those things off like they were made of tinfoil. Did he hurt you?
No.
Oh
I
my
could have
gosh.
gotten out of these myself.
I know.
Swear to prove that.
I know.
You need look.
Look,
You need to stop worrying about me like that. 'Cause if
No.
you're always worrying about me, your mind is not on the task at hand.
have I seen Abomination before? Lol.
No,
That
in fact,
thing.
you didn't see what happened. You were
Yeah.
out. You knew
What?
that this like green figure came down and then it's gone.
What did the Hulk do? What happened?
And like people know what the Hulk looks like, right?
Yeah, so you
Okay,
knew. You
that's-
Selena
that-
know.
That wasn't the Hulk. He had like elf ears. Scaly.
I didn't know there was. Why was he here?
I don't know, he looked like some like giant green goblin. But I don't know.
Was he the one that
He's the
made
he's the
tinfoil
thing
of
that
that
took
thing?
knocked you two out.
Yeah. And
But
where'd
look,
he go?
we need to get out of here before Iron Man comes back.
Where did he go?
Strange took him.
Oh my God, Strange? He's completely outclassed,
Did you know, like, he's got crazy weird magic stuff, right?
right? But yeah, we need to get out of here. But
Daredevil, are you okay? As
Are you-
like she's just gonna like brush past She-Hulk and all her worrying, like, because both of you got knocked out, and one of you is much stronger than the other. So,
Yeah, I think
are you
Daredevil.
going to be good to go for tonight? Like, as she's like, checking to make sure, like you're bleeding, no bones are broken.
Yeah, no, I am.
Like,
I think She-Hulk took the brunt of it. I'll be good. I'm good. I'm solid.
yeah, my shirt is all ripped down the back.
Right.
This is how you can tell I took a tremendous shot.
and like, so, because I'm trying to comfort and support Daredevil, because I'm like,
Yeah.
like, you're clearly probably shaking, maybe. I'm like, look, and like the hands on the other side of your head, as like I look into your eyes, because we don't know you're blind. Like, look at me. Look, you've got this. Look, you just need to take a breath, and we'll get out of here. Just focus on my voice, and just like breathe, and then out, and then this should be fine. Is that
That's heavy roll.
okay? It's not gonna good. This will not be good. I'm sure. I'm not angry still, so
Good.
7. All right.
Okay. So Daredevil, do you want to kind of respond to that positively, or how are you feeling?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna clear hopeless, clear condition, and then I'm going to open up and share vulnerability or weakness, and
Ooh.
because I'm feeling insecure right now, and so I think in that moment I actually I put my arm around you, Catwoman, and you can see like I'm actually in a lot of pain as I like double over from what might be like a broken rib, and I wince, and maybe I took it a bit harder than I realized. I'm just not built like y'all are. I don't know how you stand up to this sort of stuff. I kind of bank on not getting hit. I mean, but I guess that only works for so long, right? I don't know. Maybe
Works
I'm the
great.
one that's outclassed.
That's just not true. We all saw you with Dr. Doom. That was freaking amazing. Amazing.
Ooh, I'm supposed to tell a secret about who I really am. Okay. What's a secret I can share? I think I'm gonna let slip. I feel like I didn't see that one coming. But then again, I don't see a whole lot of anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you couldn't have guessed that.
And I think in that case, maybe Selena, like you're watching the way the eyes moving so odd that you like, I think maybe you put 2 and 2 together. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like, he does a lot of like the more focusing on hearing versus like just like looking directly at a thing.
Yeah, you kind of realize at that moment I've never like made direct eye contact with you. It's pretty
You
rare.
also have like that black thing that just covers your eyes. So.
Yeah.
So Catwoman, do you already have influence over Daredevil?
Let me think. No, I don't.
Then you take influence over Daredevil.
All right.
And Daredevil, shift your mundane up. And what's your mask's label?
Savior.
So shift that down. Doctor Strange. I'm going to come back to the 3 of you in a second. Dr. Strange, this is a fictional narration at this point. How is it that you and Mordo working together, like at least temporarily, fling Abomination out of the area? what does that look like?
Between the two of us, I think we just managed to sort of distract and confuse him a whole lot. I'll use the images of Icon to create multiple copies of myself, and the constant, sort of teleportation and shifting of realities just enrages and confuses him enough that we're able to lead him out of the area.
And I think he's still like, now that there's two of you, I think, and maybe there's Iron Man incoming, I think we see him leap away, retreat. And Mordo will dust himself off a little. I'll be going, Stephen. You should go back to your little friends.
Very well. Not thanking him.
Okay. And I think we cut to the three of you like getting yourselves back together, kind of standing up in the wreckage of this, and you see Dr. Strange flying back.
Oh,
Great job. I knew you had it in you.
we're all pretty
So
impressed.
I like pat him on the shoulder, like, all right, let's get out of here. Iron Man will return.
Last I saw, Iron Man was pretty busy with whoever that thing was. But we managed to drive him off for now. But you're right, Iron Man will probably return here. Let's get going.
That thing was
That-
could only have been here for two reasons, right?
that is a
one is-
problem for another time, She-Hulk.
Yeah. Hey, Cat. Let me care the way I want you, okay? All right.
I can't. Look, I
I
can't
let
get-
you. I let you do it. I respect you and the way you do things.
Okay.
Give me the same favor, okay?
Okay. But
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 you're
let's
right.
get moving.
Okay. I put an arm around Catwoman and an arm around Daredevil, your character's permitting, and just super leap out of there.
Okay. And I think that's where we're closing the issue with the warehouse thing looming over us for next time. And I think that we're going to go to that end of session process here. All right, end of session. She-Hulk. What do you think? You the three modes. How do you think you feel after that conflict there?
I feel like if it weren't for the other people here, I would have killed Iron Man.
Yeah.
And so I got closer
Okay.
to
Who's
the
it?
team,
Yeah.
and it's either Catwoman or Daredevil.
Who do you
Um,
want to lean on here?
I gave it to Catwoman last time. I'll give it to Daredevil this time,
Okay.
but not because
Daredevil, does Daredevil have influence over you already?
I do.
yes.
Then Daredevil, you may shift labels, suggest that for She-Hulk.
Oh, okay. And this is supposed to be like how I see She-Hulk, or
Yeah, like how your interaction with her is making her feel, and this is kind of a negotiated thing between you and the target player.
okay. I would suggest shifting Savior up and Danger down, because I think you showed Daredevil that you do keep at least some amount of control, which was his big fear.
Does that work for you, She-Hulk?
It does.
Okay. And are you going to clear condition or mark potential?
Mark potential.
Okay. Dr. Strange, how do you think this incident made you feel? Do you think you grew closer to the team? Did you grow into how you see yourself, or did you think you grew away from the team?
I think growing to how I see myself, I feel good about pulling Abomination away from the team at least. And
Even
though I
Mordo's
wasn't-
assholery can't undercut that too much.
yes, yeah, even though I didn't deal with him so well, at least pulled the danger away from the team. So shifting my Savior up.
Okay.
And my Superior down.
Nice. Catwoman.
I think closer to the team
Okay.
with specifically Daredevil, because we've got that plan going down,
Mm-hmm.
and like he reached out and I answered.
Does Daredevil have influence over you already?
I don't probably.
I do.
Okay. Then it's yet another label shift.
Okay, so you told me you want help getting in with Harley and Ivy. So to me, that's a danger up
All right.
and a mundane down. That's not normal people stuff.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
Are you going to clear condition or mark potential, Catwoman?
Oh, that's a tough one. You know, I'll clear insecure.
Okay. And I will give people a chance before we go into like the big meeting scene. If there's anything you want to do for clearing conditions or scenes to do those things, we'll make sure we start with that, because I know some people are banged up pretty bad. Daredevil, close to the team, into how you see yourself, or away?
Yeah, I think closer to the team, also with Catwoman.
Okay.
For same reason, right? I feel like we had a good conversation, and like strangely enough, our fortunes seem to be at least somewhat intertwined. So that's very intriguing. And then there was that great scene of Catwoman helping me out there at the end.
Yeah,
Catwoman?
I do have influence. Mundane's already max, so I guess mundane down and danger up.
Okay.
Fought Dr. Doom.
Yeah, you fought Dr. Doom.
Iron Man.
We're gonna go
and
do that thing tonight.
We're gonna prowl the docks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
And Daredevil, do you want a clear condition or mark potential?
I'm gonna mark potential.
And I think that we're going to cut to an end panel. And I think we see a figure going in and saying, boss, people are getting ready for the docs meeting. You ready? And I think we see this figure turn around in his chair and look. And we see this figure seated at this desk, this massive shouldered figure, green skin. And I said, yes, let's do this. And that's our end tease for next time. Jasmine, doing a quick stars and wishes? Then let's do same order. Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the stars to you, Lowell, for provoking a fight with Iron Man.
which is so very appropriate.
Well,
for
and I
his
figured
being a complete asshole.
yeah, since you put Iron Man into the start as a hero, we had to have you like interact with him. So
Yeah, and putting him and playing him as a complete jerk, which makes perfect sense. And to to everyone who pulled on She-Hulk, because at this point, in her life, She-Hulk has trouble with impulse control. She doesn't master that until considerably later. And so I was really glad that other people got into that. The scene, the comfort scenes are always great. Daredevil, the Abomination coming in and collapsing the roof, and getting the chance to take some of the damage for Daredevil was something that was good. And then Doctor Strange managing to deal with the Abomination was pretty freaking amazing, actually. So, and I think Wishes is that, and this is more aimed at Jolene than you, Lowell, is that Jennifer and Selena's relationship is to tip over into whatever it's going to be, because it's kind of right now trembling on the neither of us is sure this is a great idea phase. And I want it to resolve into something friendly or something close, and that would be really cool.
nice. Yeah.
And I still have my special move where I get to use my danger instead of my savior if I'm protecting you, and so that would be cool to be able to do that, because I'm actually good at protecting you, even though I suck at other people.
It was a good, brave thing you did, and it was a great role. It was a great pair of fails there.
It was very very appropriate, and then what happened, I think, in the narrative was very good and correct. So yeah.
Greg, stars, wishes?
Stars to Joe for being the emotional center of the team at this point. All of those scenes are great. Stars to Brandon for continuing to dig into your problems and provoking a fight with Iron Man. Really? Did we have to? Yes, we did. And stars to John for some awesomeness and being the level-headed one of us. Really liked you just getting in there and doing stuff. So wishes, I want to dig more into my relationships with the team. Certainly, I as much as I like being a loner, part of a team, and want to see where I end up with all of you.
Excellent. That's a good idea. Selena, Catwoman.
Big stars to Lowell, as always. All the hard moves are great. I was like, oh, and here's Abomination now, because like, oh yeah. No, you both get knocked out. Like in like Brandon, trying to protect Daredevil was great, and the little fight that we sort of had at the end. I'm like, oh, let me care about you how I want to care about you. I'm like, all right, okay, but fine. So like there was and like the Baron Mordo strange team stuff with Wanda. I'm like, oh god, this is wonderful, delicious drama all around. And oh yeah, big stars for like bringing in Batman, and like he's like, hey, go help these criminals out. I need you to do a thing.
Yeah.
I need you to be a criminal.
Awesome. Wishes?
Oh, wishes. I've got two
Okay.
pretty easy. I mean, the one's super easy. I very much look forward to people trying to influence us more, mostly because I specifically took the move where I'm good at rejecting influence now. So I can be like, screw you, I'm a jerk.
Okay.
And the other one is what you've already started doing is like, I'd love the blend, the increasing blend of like the DC and Marvel villains that are like working together and heroes that are popping up versus like, I guess like early on, it felt more like, all right, here's a lot of Marvel that's sort of separate, even they're all in the same city.
Mhm.
But like with the Harley and Ivy working with Trask and the Kingpin, it's already off to a good start. So I'm excited.
Awesome. And Daredevil.
Yeah, I think
Actually, let me say one thing. One of the things I would say, John, I loved all the bits you threw in about your house and your dad's stuff and the building on the Murdoch stuff. I just want to make sure I remember to call that out because I thought that was really good building for your character and everything.
yeah, and definitely enjoyed those scenes. Stars to everyone for compelling actions, right? And just like throwing yourselves headfirst into what's not always on paper a great idea, but like definitely appreciate She-Hulk of like, well, we're gonna fight Iron Man now. Like, all right, let's do it. Yeah, and really enjoying, like I said, the kind of intertwining of Catwoman's fortunes and Daredevil's fortunes. And then my wish is actually the same. I want to see Doctor Strange get intertwined more with the team. I just realized like I think this is the first time we've had the full team all at once, right? So
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
pretty
It
cool.
is.
So I would love, I don't know if we have a hangout or what, but I think it'd be cool to have like a full on team hang at some point and see what that looks like.
I like it. Circling that.
Oh, and also excellent job on the hard moves. The hard moves today were so good. and the like the subtle misdirects, right? Like very, very pleasing.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. I had a great time running today. And I will see everybody next week. I'm going to stop the recording.